What if the next time your heart failed, they didn't rush you into surgery? They just printed you a new one. Not imagined. Not someday. Printed. Today. Sounds impossible, right? Well, not only is it real, it's already happening. Welcome back to FactNest. Hey friend, I'm so glad you're here. If this is your first time, welcome to the nest. If you've been with us since season 1, you know we're about to go deep. In our last episode, we explored the power of gene editing, how CRISPR is giving us the power to rewrite our biology. But what if instead of rewriting your genes, we could replace your body, one printed part at a time? Let's dive into the world of 3D bioprinting. Part 1. The origin of printed organs. 3D printing has been around since the 1980s. It started with plastic prototypes, then metal, then buildings, then food. But the idea of printing living tissue? That was the stuff of science fiction, until it wasn't. Bioprinting uses something called bioink, a goo made from living cells. These cells are loaded into a special printer that works just like the one on your desk. Except instead of ink, it lays down layer after layer of real human tissue. In 1999, scientists printed the first piece of living tissue, a bladder. Since then, labs have printed human skin, blood vessels, bone fragments, cartilage for joints, patches for damaged hearts. And now, entire organ scaffolds. One of the most stunning breakthroughs came when researchers printed a tiny beating human heart, made entirely from human cells. And no, it wasn't full size, but it beat. On its own. That's the start of something world-changing. But here's where it gets fascinating. Those first experiments weren't just science milestones, they were personal. One of the pioneers of bioprinting, Dr. Anthony Atala, printed a bladder for a young patient who'd been living with a malfunctioning one since birth. The result? A custom functional organ grown from the child's own cells. No rejection, no waitlist, no compromise. And from that moment on, the question wasn't, can we print organs? It became, which one is next? Across the world, universities and biotech labs began a silent race to print what had never been printed. In Tel Aviv, a team printed vascularized heart tissue with full-scale architecture. In South Korea, a bioprinted skin patch treated burn victims with higher success than traditional grafts. And in the US, researchers developed printable cartilage that could reshape damaged knees without surgery. This isn't a niche experiment anymore. It's a global movement. Imagine a future where surgeons don't cut, they print. Recovery times aren't weeks, they're hours. Replacement parts don't come from strangers, they come from you. This isn't just evolution, it's revolution by design. Part 2. Why this matters. Let's talk reality. There are over 100,000 people on the organ transplant waiting list in the US alone. Every day, 17 of them die, just waiting. Our biology has limits, but our technology doesn't. Bioprinting could eliminate organ shortages forever. Need a kidney? Print one from your own cells. No rejection, no waiting, no donors needed. In 2022, doctors successfully transplanted a 3D printed ear made from the patient's own cells. Not a prototype, a real functional living ear. Now imagine scaling that to lungs, livers, hearts. That's the direction we're heading. It's not perfect yet. Printed organs still need blood flow, nerve networks, and immune compatibility. But every year we get closer to solving each of those pieces. And one day, hospitals might have organ printers on standby, next to the defibrillator. Let's talk big picture for a second. When we say bioprinting saves lives, it's easy to think about organs alone. But the implications go far beyond that. Consider pharmaceutical testing. Right now, drugs are tested on animals, and then humans, a slow, flawed, and often dangerous process. But with printed mini-organs called organoids, companies can test how a liver or kidney might react. without risking a life. That means safer drugs, faster trials, and fewer tragedies. In fact, some labs already print cancerous tumors on purpose. Why? So they can test hundreds of treatments on printed cancer instead of real patients. Now tell me that's not mind-blowing. Even more. Bioprinters are starting to simulate organs that don't exist in any body. Synthetic designs, enhanced lungs with more efficiency, hearts with optimized chambers, even skin that senses and adapts. So maybe the future isn't just about restoring what we had. Maybe it's about building something better. You don't just get your health back. You upgrade it. If this episode has you thinking differently about the future, hit that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss the next breakthrough. And share this with someone who still thinks printers are just for paper. Part 3. The future of body on demand. So what's next? Researchers are now exploring printing pancreas tissue for diabetics, printing corneas for the blind, printing skin grafts for burn victims, printing bone implants customized to your skeleton. One company even printed a miniature liver that functioned for over 40 days, outside the body. Some scientists believe we'll soon have entire organ farms, bioprinters continuously growing tissues in labs. Others think we'll go portable, with handheld printers that can repair wounds in the field, in war zones, or even in space. This isn't just about healing, it's about redefining what the body can be. The question isn't if we'll print organs, it's how far we'll go once we can. But with every leap forward comes a pause. Who owns a printed organ? Is it you, your doctor, or the company who printed it? Will bioprinting be for everyone, or just for the rich? These questions aren't science fiction. They're policy debates happening right now. Some ethicists worry about people printing enhanced organs, not for repair, but for improvement. Bigger lungs for athletes, stronger bones for soldiers, more resilient skin for long-term space travel. Sounds exciting, and it is. But it also blurs the line between therapy and enhancement. And then there's cloning. If you can print a heart, what about a brain? A spinal cord? Full neural network? We're not there yet, but the questions have already arrived. So it's not just about what we can do, it's about what we should do. And who decides? That's a conversation science will need to have with all of us, sooner than we think. So, there was a time when losing an organ meant losing hope. Today it might just mean placing an order. The future of medicine won't just be in prescriptions or surgeries. It may be in layers, stacked one by a machine, until you walk out whole again. Now, if you could print any part of your body, what would you choose? Let me know in the comments. Would you go for something functional? Or maybe a small upgrade? Next on FactNest, can artificial intelligence diagnose you better than your doctor? In episode 3, we look at the rise of medical AI and whether your next checkup should be with a machine. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching, friend. This is FactNest, where the future of your body is being built today. See you soon.